Welcome to Let's Break Down Plastic with the University of Toronto Trash Team. We are a team of students, researchers, and volunteers on a mission to increase waste literacy and reduce plastic pollution. My name is Alice, and I am a PhD student at the University of Toronto studying plastic pollution. Today, we're exploring why plastics are made, how we use plastics, and what happens to plastics once we're finished with them. Let's begin. It's no surprise that plastic is everywhere, but it wasn't always this way. Ever heard of Bakelite? This was the first synthetic plastic introduced in 1907 by Leo Bakelite to replace the need for shellac, a natural electric insulator. But it wasn't until the 1950s that people started using plastic in their everyday lives. The truth is, plastic is a valuable material. It is valuable because it can be used in many sectors such as food, transportation, technology, and healthcare. But there's another reason too. Plastic is made from the non-renewable resource oil. Non-renewable means that the supply does not last forever and that we should use it sustainably. Unfortunately, instead of treating plastic like the valuable material it is, we are producing it excessively and managing it unsustainably. Every year, 95% of plastic packaging, or $100 to $150 billion, is lost from the global economy after only one use. Most of these single-use plastics end up in landfills or in the environment as plastic pollution. Let's break this down further. The problem is that plastic production currently operates under a linear economic model. This model can be summarized in three main steps. Take raw materials, make the plastic product, and waste it away. The drawbacks of this model is that plastic waste is viewed as a low-value item, and therefore a lot of waste is created. Where does this waste go? The majority ends up in landfills or in the natural environment. In fact, in 2016 alone, up to 23 million metric tons of plastic waste entered our oceans, rivers, and lakes. This is a problem because plastic takes a very long time to break down and can harm our ecosystems. You might be thinking, okay, but what about recycling? Sadly, only 9% of all plastics ever produced in the world have been recycled. So how can we change this? Cleanups can help, but alone they cannot solve the problem. Reducing single-use plastic waste through bans is also helpful, but there are some essential products that would be challenging to replace. We also need to retain the value of existing plastic so that we make less new plastic, prevent waste, and continue to reduce plastic pollution in the environment. We need to bend our linear economy into a circular economy. This can happen by moving away from the overproduction of plastics by designing products that last and that can be properly reused or recycled. By implementing a circular economy, we can reduce production of plastic products from non-renewable resources, keep them in use for longer, reduce plastic waste, and even create new business opportunities. But switching to a circular economy will not be easy. It is currently cheaper for industry to use new plastic materials rather than recycled ones. We need to expand recycled plastic markets to drive down the costs. Most importantly, we need to make sure we do not unintentionally create other social, environmental, or economic issues when we implement circular solutions. With that said, governments around the world are valuing cleanup, implementing bans on non-essential single-use plastics, and moving towards innovative circular solutions. We are optimistic. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's video and learned a little bit about the life of plastic. So how can you be a part of reducing plastic pollution? Visit the UFT Trash Team's website for tips and check out the resources in the description box. Drop us any questions or thoughts you may have about plastic in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.